Welcome to PBT Express News channel. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our today's newsletter includes the following content. Returning with the role of the handsome CEO Han Din in the movie MDPVCA on Sa Hua Khai has created a fever throughout Chinese movie-loving forums, in which the explosive chemistry between him and the female lead Dam Tungban made netizens restless. However, this is not the first time Hua Khai has been praised for being a good couple when paired with a female co-star in this video. Let's join Kvit Phim to review Hua Khai's on-screen lovers that are most loved by movie buffs. Bach Lok, the movie, Trick Yao, and the military academy Lai Hua Khai and Bach Lok are both actors under the management company Hongu Films. Both have collaborated together many times, in which the two projects Chiu Diu in 2018 and Lai Hua Military School in 2019 brought about an extremely explosive effect. The movie Chiu Diu was adapted from the humorous romance novel Chiu Diu by Q Lo Fai Hung. The movie is about the famous female devil in the world, Lo Chiu Diu Ngi, who founded the sect Luc Van Mon, killing people and setting fires, and doing no evil deeds. Once, Chiu Diu accidentally saved Mac Tan's life, but then he accidentally killed him. Chiu Diu died, carrying this hatred, making his soul wander and unable to rest. Coincidentally, a young lady holding Qi Yan passed by. Chiu Diu borrowed this young lady's body to return to the mortal world, then planned to approach Mac Tan to take revenge. Therefore, during the day, Qi Yan was a gentle and kind girl. At night, when she teased Diu, she found a way to seduce Mac Tan and incited him to run the 6,000 gates. She did many evil things, regardless of the teasing. No matter how much Diu hated Mac Tan, she wanted to kill him. Mac Tan accepted it all. As long as he could keep her by his side, in the end, she teased Diu. Realized that Mac Tan already knew her identity, and over the years he always visited her grave because he secretly loved her deeply. The misunderstanding between the two was resolved and they were happy together after Chiu Diu. Bach Lok and Hua Khai continued to cooperate with each other in a film set in the Republic of China era, the military academy of Lai Hua. The film revolves around a young girl Ta Tuong, a girl with a great love for her country and a passion to contribute to the war against Japan. So she decided to disguise herself as a man to enroll in the military academy. Here Ta Tuong met the reckless young master Ko Yen Tran and the quiet and mature male god Tam Quan Sun. Ta Tuong and Ko Yen Tran were roommates. When they met, they caused trouble. The chickens and dogs barked, but Tam Quan Sun always helped this brother wholeheartedly. Ta Tuong's best friend was the only one who knew her secret. Ta Tuong disguised herself as a man in the military academy. She had to hide her identity and try twice as hard as everyone else to train and pass the exams. She went through countless funny and sad events. Ta Tuong not only did she achieve good results, she also accidentally won the hearts of her two close classmates. At this time, another war broke out, but it was on Tin Truong. Between Ko Yen Tran and Tam Quan Sun to win Ta Tuong's heart. The time of broadcasting both of these works was very effective and became a stepping stone for the two young actors known to the public until now. Chiu Diu and Lai Hua Military Academy are still typical works in the acting career of Hua Khai and Bach Lok because they are such a beautiful couple in the movie Hua Khai and Bach Lok. Many times involved in rumors about the movie Fake Love Real. Although the two actors have never spoken out about this rumor, the explosive chemistry on screen has helped the duo attract a large number of fans. Nokengon, the movie Dian Hai Song Luok and Thuong Tuk Dian Hai Song Luok has a content revolving around the female lead character Weiing Luo, played by Nokengon. She originally came from a sewing village girl but gradually became intelligent and transformed into a phoenix. Thanks to her intelligence and talent, she conquered people's hearts. The story begins in the 6th year of the Qianlong era. The young lady Weiing Luo entered the palace because she wanted to find out the cause of her older sister's death. Thanks to her intelligence and talent, Weiing Luo discovered that the Prince Hongchu was the one most involved, but because she was weak and could not do anything, she relied on the Fu Sat Queen and became the confidant of her old enemy. When she avenged it, new revenge came. There were more misunderstandings and schemes in the Forbidden City, but in the end, her intelligence and personality helped Weiing Luo become the imperial concubine, one of the most romantic king in the house. In the 60th year of the Qianlong dynasty, the son of Weiing Luo, the 15th of Ca Vin Diem, was crown prince and posthumously granted the title of imperial noble consort Tan Hu Di, the Empress in the story of Yangzi Palace. Hua Kai plays the role of Fu Sat Fo Hang, Wei Yingluo's lover since she was a young palace maid, but later she wanted to investigate the truth behind the death of her sister and the Empress, so she entered the path of competing for favor to become a concubine of Qianlong. Fu Sat Fo Hang, even though he loved her, could only stand behind and protect Wei Yingluo in secret. Accordingly, the audience felt extremely sorry for the short-lived love of Fu Hang and Wei Yingluo. Although throughout the film the two characters never expressed their feelings for each other, the audience still felt their love after Yangzi Palace. Nokengon and Hua Kai continued to reunite in the film Shangshi, a film that exploited the theme of Chinese cuisine during the Ming Dynasty, revolving around the main character, the palace maid Yangzi Qin, a talented person cooking but did not like to avoid the royal court's many formalities. She just wanted to do the work quickly, but then she met and fell in love. Xiaodongvu, the film Tiankou Quiet Tran, adapted from the novel Thuangkou by author Tin Lin, starring Hua Kai and Xiaodongvu, tells a love story. Engraved in the heart overcoming thousands of years of two true gods, the Ancient and the White Jew, the Ancient was born as the god of chaos with the fate of having to use his body to respond to the life of chaos, born into the human world and disappear forever, but the White Jew, because of his love for her, spent 60,000 years cultivating the chaos force, searching for the primordial spirit, the soul of the Ancient to revive her. The Ancient was reborn in the name of Hao Tri, who no longer had memories. Vo Yu was carefree, becoming the little god of Tan Tri Palace, but then she met Tan Muk, the primordial spirit of the White Jew. Transformed into a predestined relationship from a previous life, Hao Tri and Tan Muk met and immediately turned strange into familiar, continuing the story of the unfinished love story of the Ancient and the White Jew in the previous life. At first, many people criticized the mismatched couple Hua Kai and Xiaodongvu for not acting well and not having any love reaction at all, but that was only in the first episodes when Bach Quiet did not know who the Ancient was. The two were still fighting like water and fire until the Ancient was moved by Bach Quiet or Bach Quiet began to care. To her, the feelings between the two were clear. To the whole world of gods saw the chemistry between Hua Kai and Zhou Dongyu, which became sweeter and more varied as time went on. Even behind the scenes or in interviews, the interactions between the two were extremely good, causing fans to clamor to ship the movie. The original story of Luo Yu is a combination of fighting and romantic feelings. The main character, Li, played by Hua Kai, has the identity of a noble emperor and is also a very resourceful and ambitious person, but pretends to be naive to stay out of the situation. The fight for power and position, the peaceful guard of the border, unexpectedly, the imperial court is in chaos, the imperial power collapses. Lier suddenly becomes the only one who can restore the situation, shouldering the responsibility of pacifying the world. Meanwhile, the female lead, Doi Lam, played by Can Diem, is the daughter of the great General Doi. She relies on her beauty and talent for military strategy, and has great ambitions and always fights to break down social prejudices. Lai Gi and Lai Lam each have a purpose, an army that unexpectedly meets and is caught up in the vortex of competition. They go from enemies to friends, and develop feelings. Through countless the number of plots to fight to find the ideal, Chung wrote so the beautiful love story of two incomparable geniuses adapted from the original work of the same name by Phai Na Tu Tan Lak Dungwen sets the love of the main couple in the context of the struggle for power in military chaos. The film does not use naive fighting as a background for the loveline but truly exploits many aspects of the war. A series of conspiracies, thereby highlighting the talent of each character. Both Hua Kai and Can Diem are famous actors with outstanding beauty, but their performance is erratic, so the harmonious cooperation of the couple in Lak Dung Win this time has surprised many audiences and won many compliments. Although there is a 7-year age gap, the online community commented that this is one of the couples with the most stable on-screen interaction in 2023. Duong Tu in the movie Thua Hon Kai in early 2024. Hua Kai plays the role of Duong Tu in the movie Modern Thua Hon Kentucky. The film revolves around the life of a girl named Thua Hon, played by Duong Tu, who is suffering from stuck-in relationships with family work and personal feelings. Personal Thua Hon was originally a good daughter who listened to her mother, but many incidents happened that made her reconsider her mother's excessive control over her. After breaking up with her longtime boyfriend, Thua Hon focused on work more, gradually advancing in the film. Hua Kai played the role of Du Chi Min, who was by her side to help Thua Hon's circuit when she continuously encountered many obstacles in work and private life. From two strangers they gradually developed feelings.
Du Chi-min and the circuit Thua Hon held hands to overcome challenges in
Life in Thua Hon Khai. The love story of the circuit Thua Hon and Du Chi-min was built with great depth, bringing the feeling of love healing off adults. The complicated relationship between the previous generation has put Thua Hon and Du Chi-min in a situation where they are forced to protect each other from the place of reluctantly accepting. The two people gradually learn to sympathize with each other's situation. If Thua Hon always appears strong and calm to hide the disappointment and confusion inside, Du Chi-min also chooses to put on a mature and cheerful shell to hide the lack and emotional damage from the family. So when coming together, what they give is not only love but also includes deep understanding and the feeling of endless warmth and tolerance of the family. In this project, Hua Khai and Duong Tu had a very good combination, bringing the audience a sweet and warm love story. Dam Tung Van movie I'm More Beautiful Than the Star. I'm More Beautiful Than the Star is adapted from the novel Beijing Who Was As Beautiful As You by Q Noyet Hai. The author also participated in the scriptwriting process for the movie. After When I'm More Beautiful Than You Star aired, the movie immediately attracted viewers by fast-paced, engaging content and especially the explosive chemistry of the couple Dam Tung Van and Hua Khai. The movie You're More Beautiful Than the Stars revolves around the love story between Kai Tin, played by Dam Tung Van, and Han Din, played by Hua Khai. Kai Tin is a beautiful, strong girl and a talented robot engineer. Is an excellent employee working at Quang Hoa Technology Company. She always works hard to earn enough money to buy a house and married her longtime boyfriend Theonathan 10 years ago. Han Din is Kai Tin Sr. They are both friends and teammates. Won the Gold Cup for robot manufacturing technology. 10 years later, Han Din returned after studying abroad. Dukon also took over the position of general director of Dong Duong Medical Company. Han Din is not only handsome and cold but also a tin-on in the business world, a decisive person in the market. On the first day of his position, he accidentally met Kai Tin but pretended not to recognize her. This made Kai Tin extremely uncomfortable, not knowing that Han Din had secretly liked her from 10 years ago and wanted to confess to her. When they met again, Kai Tin did not expect that Han Din was the investor of the company where she worked. During the celebration, Kai Tin was harassed by a superior, so she decided to report to the police. Han Din's assistant came forward to help her, causing the whole company to start isolating. Kai Tin did not accept injustice. Kai Tin decided to quit her job and started her own business. This incident also made her relationship with her boyfriend Theonathan become cold and led to their breakup. Kai Tin is a skilled girl, but their social relationship is too simple, so her startup process encountered many difficulties, experienced some failures in the process of product development. Kai Tin and Han Din's relationship also gradually changed as both a business partner and a teacher, then became people who were attracted to each other, gradually developed feelings. Kai Tin's career. Once again, an incident occurred at the same time. The love between her and Han Din also began to be full of dangers. Finally, under the encouragement of friends, Kai Tin regained her confidence to faced with the pressure of leading the company out of difficult circumstances. She also gradually realized her dream and found the true love of her life. The media of the country assessed the success of the film Mdep Han Sia on Saw and could not help but mention the main actors Dam Tung Van and Hua Khai. The first combination between Dam Tung Van and Hua Khai brought a sweet and explosive feeling to the audience despite the age difference between the two sides. Dam Tung Van continued to prove her ability to overpower her age and her natural acting in Mdep Han Sia on Saw. Dam Tung Van's youthful, bright and enthusiastic personality balanced the age gap between her and Hua Khai. As for the male lead, Hua Khai, when he decided to cast Mdep Han Sia on Saw, fans of the original work were worried that Hua Khai had a face too young to play the role of a mature, strong, and profound CEO like Han Din. But after Mdep Han Sia on Saw aired, people began to change their minds and recognized Hua Khai as a very handsome CEO with both charisma and appearance like Han Din. From the novel, it can be seen that in 2024, Hua Khai's career has made many progresses when his works are welcomed by the public. Let's wait and see if Hua Khai and Dam Tung continue to draw a beautiful love story like a fairy tale in Mdep than Ca on Sa Ne. What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome. Don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.